Hi everyone, welcome back to my class. This is Rumana Ali. I hope you are all doing well. In today's class, let us start a new lesson, and this is the last lesson of your syllabus. So the name of our lesson is Indian History and Culture. In the class third, you have already studied about the history of the family. So how do we know about the history of our family? We can know by the elders and by the great grandfathers. So our great grandfathers and grandfathers, they used to tell the stories. They used to say how they used to live, what type of houses they built, and what type of clothes they used to wear. All such kind of information can be passed to the generations because of their elders, because of their great grandfathers. So whenever we talk about the history of a family, then it includes the members of the family, the clothes they wear, the food they used to have, and the houses in which they live. All these are certain things that we discussed as the history of the family, and this can be shared by the elders. So history is nothing but the events that happened in the past. कोई भी पास्ट की इंफॉर्मेशन बताना है, उसी चीज़ को हम हिस्ट्री बोलेंगे. तो फैमिली की हिस्ट्री जैसा हमें हमारे एल्डर्स और ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर्स बताते हैं, इसी तरीके से विलेजेस और कंट्रीज़ की भी हिस्ट्री होती है. एंड इन दिस चैप्टर, इन दिस लेसन इंडियन हिस्ट्री एंड कल्चर, वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द हिस्ट्री ऑफ आवर कंट्री. वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द हिस्ट्री ऑफ सर्टेन विलेजेस एंड ऑल्सो अबाउट इट्स culture. So we have seen that the history of the family can be shared by the elders. Likewise, there will be the history about the villages also, like how the village get its name, what are the special features of this village, what are the different characteristics that you can see in this village. All certain things can be discussed about a village, and we call that as the history of the village. So basically, history is nothing but the events that happened in the past. The information that we get about the past, we call that information as history. So history, it's of two kinds, ancient history and even the modern history. Ancient means very old. So we all know about the rulers and the kings that were ruled the country before independence, right? So all these things we knew because of the scholars, because of the persons who search for the history and who explain all these things. So firstly, we are going to discuss about ancient history. I told you that ancient means very old time period, that is called as ancient period. So we are talking about period of early man. We all know that in the past we were not so modern. The human beings, they are not so modern. The human beings are like the human beings are termed as the early mans who lived in ancient period. They are called as early man, and they used to live without any advancement, without any technology. They used to survive. So there will be no any technology in the past time. There will be no any development that you can see in the past time. So in the ancient period, the mans who were living, we call that mans as primitive man. So primitive mans were not so advanced, but nowadays this primitive mans, they have evolved. During a period of time, certain changes occur, and this primitive man, they got evolved into a modern man. तो primitive mans जो है वो बहुत सारे changes के बाद में, कई time के बाद बहुत सारे changes आए हैं human की body में, और primitive man जा करके एक modern man बना है. ठीक है, तो primitive man यानी early mans, वो लोग कैसे survive करते थे, let us see that. So the primitive man, they don't live in homes. Nowadays we are building the different houses, we are constructing different buildings, flats, and we are living in that homes, right? But previously, in the past time, there were no homes, there were no any construction that happens. Instead, they lived in caves and burrows. They lived in caves, and they make burrows into the trees. In the trunk of the tree, they make burrows, and inside that burrows, they used to live. So in such a way, caves and burrows were providing the shelter to the primitive man. And they didn't know how to earn money. They didn't know how to produce food because that was an ancient period. So what they used to do, they hunted the different animals and they ate the raw flesh of that animals. They didn't even know how to cook the food. So in this way, they hunted the animals and they eat that raw flesh without any cooking. But after the time passes and after the discovery of the fire, when these early men, they came to know that by rubbing the two stones, the fire can cause and that fire can be used to cook the food. So after a period of time, when they knew how to fire and when they knew how to cook the food at that time, they start cooking the meat, and at that time they learned to cook the meat, and then from that time they started cooking the meat and then they used to eat that. So before they didn't know how to cook the food, but as soon as the changes occur, as soon as the evolution grows, the discovery of the fire takes place and then they cook the food, they cook the meat and then they started to eat that cooked food. Then they started rearing animals. Previously they used to hunt the animals. Along with that, now they have started to rear the animals. They rear the animals, they take care of the animals and they get the food from that animals. And also the man, they started doing the process called agriculture. सो एंशियंट टाइम में जो है वो लोग को बिल्कुल भी, प्रीमिटिव मैन जो थे वो लोग को बिल्कुल मालूम ही नहीं था कि किस तरीके से फूड प्रोड्यूस होता है. बट जैसे ही टाइम गुजरा है और एवोल्यूशन यानी चेंजेस आए हैं, धीरे धीरे बहुत सारे डेवलपमेंट होते गए हैं और वो लोग एग्रीकल्चर और रेयरिंग ऑफ एनिमल्स ये सारे प्रोसेसेस स्टार्ट कर दिए, यानी फूड को प्रोड्यूस करना स्टार्ट करे. ठीक है, दे रेयर्ड एनिमल्स एंड दे स्टार्टेड एग्रीकल्चर. एग्रीकल्चर मीन्स growing plants and trees. So if they grow the plants and trees, automatically they will be getting the food crops, all the fruits and vegetables and the different food crops we can get from the plants and trees, right? So in this way they have started producing food, and that's how the evolution occurs, and the primitive man now have evolved into a modern man. तो इस तरीके से चेंजेस की वजह से, डेवलपमेंट की वजह से प्रीमिटिव मैन जो है एक मॉडर्न मैन है आज. आई होप इट्स क्लियर टू यू. सो द प्रीमिटिव मैन, दे हैव ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड देमसेल्व्स एंड फ्रॉम कलेक्टिंग फूड नाउ दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग द फूड एंड दे आर having that food. All these advancement can be seen in a modern man now. So the primitive man, they become advanced, and now we call that primitive man as a modern man. And you might have seen that earthen vessels, we use earthen vessels that were also started, and the man, he has started making earthen vessels in which we can store the food, in which we can have the food. So earthen vessels are made nowadays, and these vessels, they were beautifully decorated by these persons. But in the ancient time, they were not known about this making of earthen vessels. As soon as the changes occur, as the evolution grows, they are showing more and more advancement in most of the things, and they have started preparing earthen vessels which are beautifully decorated. So all these things you can know if you read ancient history. So ancient history is nothing but the things that were there in the past times, the events that happened in the past. It is about the primitive man, how he lived his life and how the changes occur. All these things you can learn in an ancient history. तो ancient history मतलब ancient period के बारे में जानकारी मिलना है, इसी चीज़ को हम ancient history बोलेंगे. history यानी past के बारे में कोई भी information होना चाहिए, इसी चीज़ को history कहा जाता है. तो ancient history यानी ऐसी information, ऐसे events जो कि older period में, ancient period में हुए थे. ठीक है, तो दिस इज अबाउट एन ancient history. So we have discussed about history of the family. What are the different things that we can see in the history of the family. We have also seen the history of the village. So likewise, the history of the country will also be there. Now we are going to discuss about the history of our country. So we will learn about Indian history now. So the Department of Archaeology, they did so many excavations in order to search about the past, and that discoveries were brought to us. Because of those discoveries only we can be able to understand, we can be able to say about the history of our country, because of those discoveries only. So one person named Sir John Marshall, he was living in Britain. So he did so many excavations. Excavations means he dig the ground in order to search about the past events that happened. Okay, so he did excavations near the river Indus. So Indus is the name of a river. Near that river, this person excavated the ground to search about its history. So he got so many things about the past, and because of these things, because of these excavations, whatever the events that we know about the river Indus, that is termed as Indus Valley Civilization. तो जो भी excavations किए गए थे, search excavations यानी खुदाई करना, तो जो river Indus के करीब में excavations किए थे पास्ट के बारे में मालूम करने के लिए, तो इससे बहुत सारी जानकारी मिली है, इंफॉर्मेशन मिली है पास्ट इवेंट्स के बारे में. ठीक है, तो इसी चीज़ और इस इंफॉर्मेशन के बेसिस पर वी कैन ईजिली अंडरस्टैंड हाउ द development of the river Indus takes place. So we call that as the Indus Valley Civilization. We can easily identify, we can easily understand how the cities were built, how the big buildings were constructed, and how the process of agriculture can be done near the river Indus. So they used to, the Harappans, they used to go for the agriculture, and they grow the chief crops like wheat, paddy and barley. So wheat, paddy and barley are the chief crops in this civilization, and they also use the different kinds of metals to make the different items, like they use copper, they use bronze, lead and aluminium in order to make the different articles and the different substances. So all these things we can know by the information provided by the Department of Archaeology. So it's very, very important to know about the history. As we are living in our country, we are the citizens of this country, so it's our right to know about the past, to know about the history of our country, so that we can understand how the development is taking place and how the evolution is occurring. Besides this, books and monuments and many museums are also present in our country, and these books, monuments, museums and articles, all these were provided in order to show, in order to explain about the history. So बुक्स, मॉन्यूमेंट्स और म्यूजियम्स को भी देखकर, उनके बारे में जानकर हम हमारे कंट्री की हिस्ट्री के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन ले सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो जो भी म्यूजियम्स के अंदर अभी भी पास्ट आर्टिकल्स प्रिजर्व्ड किए हुए हैं, जो द म्यूजियम्स इन विच द थिंग्स, the ancient things were preserved, we call those museums as historical museums. So two major historical museums are present in our country. One is Salarjung Museum, which is in Hyderabad, and the other one is Tribal Museum, which is in Srisailam. So if you go to the Salarjung Museum, you can see a lot of things which reveals about the history of our country, which reveals about the events that occurred in the past. तो सालारजंग म्यूजियम में बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें रखी हुई है जिनसे हम हमारे कंट्री की हिस्ट्री का पता लगा सकते हैं. एंड म्यूजियम में ऐसे वाली चीज़ रखी हुई है जो हमारे कंट्री की हिस्ट्री को रिवील करते हैं. ठीक है. And tribal museum is a museum which is in Sri Salem, and in this museum so many things are present that reflects the tradition, culture and custom of the different people. So in this way there are so many things like books, museums and the different places, the different monuments that were built by the different kings that reveals the history of our country. So we can know about our past from all these old manuscripts. So let us discuss about our culture, the clothes we wear, the language we speak, the festivals we celebrate, the crops we grow, the food we eat, the games we played and the songs we sung. All these things clearly explains about our culture. These are called as the symbols of culture. If you go to some other country, then the language they speak, it will be different. The food they eat, that is also different. The songs they sung, that will also be different, right? So all these things were different in the different countries. So these things are termed as the symbols of culture, and these reflects the culture of that particular country. And the lifestyle of the people, the thoughts of the people, the daily activities they do, and even the art and literature work, the entertainment work, all of these things are also equally important. These are also reflecting the culture of a country, right? So the temples and the monuments that are there in the country, the paintings we make, the different art and literature work that we do, all these things reflects the culture of the country, and it gives the information about the tradition, custom, beliefs of the people, and also the culture and also about our culture. So the Indian culture, the culture which is followed in the country India, we call that culture as an Indian culture. We can find the Indian culture at a particular pace. That means the special place is given to the Indian culture. The special respect and recognition is given to the Indian culture in the whole world. So it is clearly reflecting the pride of our nation. तो कल्चर यानी किस तरीके के कपड़े पहने जाते हैं कंट्री में, किस तरीके की लैंग्वेज बोली जाती है, किस तरीके के काम किए जाते हैं, ये सारी चीज़ें वो एक कंट्री के कल्चर को रिफ्लेक्ट करता है, कल्चर को बताता है. ये सारे चीज़ों को सिंबल्स कहा जाता है कल्चर के, ठीक है. तो अगर हम कोई दूसरी कंट्री में जाएंगे तो ये सारे चीज़ें अलग रहेगी, राइट. इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बीइंग अ सिटीजन वी शुड नो अबाउट आवर culture, right? And the different things like how you are giving respect to the elders, how you are behaving with the poor people, and how you are showing the gratitude with the people who helped, and even how you are worshipping the God. All these things will also explains about the Indian culture. So this is about the topic culture. The temples, monuments, music, art, dance, sculptures, all these are the part of our culture. So it's our duty to protect our culture for our future generations. That's all for today. Meet you in next class. Thank you.